Imagine a world where the Sigma INFJ calls all the shots. First off, let's break down what that would mean. A Sigma INFJ is someone who's a bit of a lone wolf, but also has this deep understanding of people and their feelings. They're like the silent mastermind in the background. So, if a Sigma INFJ was to rule the world, you can bet things would get a bit more empathetic. Policies and decisions would probably be made with a better understanding of how they'd affect everyday folks. You might see a rise in mental health awareness and support. The world might become a more understanding and compassionate place. Like, let's talk about finding common ground before we start a war, shall we? Let's get into it. Decisions beyond pragmatism. In our current reality, decisions are often dictated by the unyielding hand of pragmatism, driven solely by efficiency, cost-effectiveness, and immediate gains. The Sigma INFJ utopia envisions a departure from this, sheer pragmatism, ushering in an era where leaders are more than just calculators of profit and loss. They are emotional architects of a harmonious society. In the existing global landscape, decisions are frequently made within the confines of practicality, often resulting in policies that lack a genuine connection to the needs and sentiments of the people. Whether it's economic strategies, environmental regulations, or social welfare programs, the prevailing approach tends to prioritize the measurable over the felt. Consider an environmental policy that, in pursuit of immediate gains, neglects the long-term impact on ecosystems and communities. Or social programs that, in the pursuit of fiscal responsibility, overlook the human stories of struggle and aspiration. The cold, pragmatic calculus often leaves individuals feeling like mere cogs in an indifferent machine. Now, envision a world where decisions are guided by a leader who understands the language of emotions, a leader who is not just an analyst but a compassionate custodian of collective well-being. The Sigma INFJ, with their attunement to the subtle nuances of the human psyche, would navigate policymaking with a profound sensitivity to the emotional fabric of society. Consider an economic strategy that not only aims for fiscal growth but also ensures equitable distribution, acknowledging the emotional toll of economic disparities. Environmental policies would transcend mere statistics, embracing a deep understanding of the emotional connection people have with their natural surroundings. In this utopian scenario, social welfare programs wouldn't just be about meeting basic needs but about recognizing and addressing the emotional struggles within communities. It's a world where leaders are not detached decision-makers but empathetic architects, shaping policies that resonate with the collective emotions of the populace. By extension, policies would be designed not just for economic efficiency but with a focus on improving the overall quality of life. People would feel seen, heard, and understood by their leaders. Environmental decisions would be driven by a heartfelt commitment to preserving the planet for future generations, acknowledging the emotional attachment people have to their natural surroundings. Social welfare initiatives would become more than bureaucratic mechanisms. They would be tailored to address the emotional well-being of communities, fostering a sense of collective support. Economic strategies would consider not just numbers but the emotional impact on individuals and communities, aiming for a more equitable distribution of resources. Prioritizing emotional well-being. In our present world, mental health often lingers in the shadows of societal awareness. Stigmatized, misunderstood, and frequently brushed aside, mental health concerns struggle to find the spotlight they deserve. Society, in its pursuit of productivity and success, tends to prioritize physical health, but relegating mental well-being to the background. Consider a scenario where individuals battling mental health issues face judgment, discrimination, and a lack of accessible resources. The prevailing narrative often perpetuates the idea that mental struggles should be hidden, addressed quietly, and given less importance than physical ailments. Now, envision a paradigm shift where mental health takes center stage, illuminated by the compassionate leadership of the Sigma INFJ. This visionary leader, recognizing the profound impact of emotional well-being on the collective psyche, would spearhead initiatives to destigmatize mental health issues on a global scale. Moreover, the Sigma INFJ-led world actively works towards erasing the stigma associated with mental health. Public awareness campaigns, educational programs, and cultural shifts contribute to a society that views mental health as an integral part of overall well-being. Mental health resources become widely accessible, ensuring that individuals facing emotional challenges can readily seek help without fear of judgment. Counseling, therapy, and support networks flourish as integral components of societal infrastructure. Work environments prioritize not only productivity but also the emotional well-being of employees. Mental health days, counseling services, and supportive workplace cultures become the norm, creating spaces that nurture both professional and emotional growth. Schools transform into environments that prioritize emotional resilience alongside academic achievement. Emotional intelligence education becomes a cornerstone of curricula, equipping future generations with the tools to navigate their own emotional landscapes and support others. Navigating practical challenges. In the existing global landscape, governance is often dictated by the pragmatic demands of economic stability, political maneuvering, and the relentless pursuit of tangible outcomes. Decision-makers are tasked with navigating the intricate web of real-world challenges, where idealistic dreams may be seen as luxuries rather than necessities. Consider a scenario where economic policies prioritize immediate gains over long-term sustainability, and political strategies often prioritize power plays over genuine collaboration. The world, in its pursuit of stability and progress, can be unforgiving to leaders who allow dreamy idealism to overshadow the harsh realities of governance. Now, imagine a world led by the Sigma INFJ, where decisions are guided by a visionary approach rooted in empathy and emotional intelligence. While this brings about positive change, it also presents a dilemma: the potential oversight of practicalities and the pursuit of an idealistic utopia. In this utopian reality, the Sigma INFJ might need to collaborate with pragmatic advisors, forming a symbiotic relationship where dreamy idealism meets the grounded realism necessary for effective governance. The Sigma INFJ's visionary leadership fosters decision-making that considers not only immediate practicalities but also the long-term emotional and societal impact. Policies are crafted with a holistic view that encompasses both the tangible and intangible aspects of governance. Economic strategies would not solely focus on GDP growth, but would also consider the emotional well-being of citizens. The Sigma INFJ's leadership might introduce economic policies that prioritize job satisfaction, work-life balance, and overall contentment. Building bridges of connection. In the present world, diplomatic relations often navigate a landscape marked by power struggles, geopolitical tensions, and a tendency to prioritize national interests over global unity. The interconnectedness of nations is frequently overshadowed by political posturing, economic competition, and historical conflicts. The prevailing mindset often centers on asserting dominance rather than fostering collaboration. Consider a scenario where international relations are marked by skepticism, mistrust, and a reluctance to truly understand and appreciate the diverse perspectives and cultures that constitute the global community. Nations may form alliances based on convenience rather than shared values, leading to a world where unity is elusive. If the Sigma INFJ was to rule, the fabric of international relations undergoes a profound transformation. The Sigma INFJ's emphasis on emotional intelligence fosters a deep-seated desire among nations to understand diverse perspectives, forming interconnected threads in a tapestry of unity. The Sigma INFJ's leadership encourages nations to appreciate and celebrate their differences. Instead of viewing diversity as a source of conflict, nations recognize it as a strength, contributing to the rich tapestry of the global community. Diplomatic negotiations become more than strategic maneuvers. They evolve into conversations that seek to understand the emotional underpinnings of disagreements. Leaders empathize before strategizing, fostering a climate where differences are acknowledged, respected, and addressed with empathy. Conflicts between nations are not merely resolved through power plays, but through dialogue that delves into the emotional complexities of disagreements. The Sigma INFJ's leadership paves the way for resolutions that foster understanding, unity, and long-lasting peace. In conclusion, a Sigma INFJ at the helm could usher in an era where emotional intelligence and pragmatic governance coexist. Navigating the delicate dance between dreamy idealism and practical solutions holds the key to creating a world where emotions and diplomacy harmoniously shape a brighter future. The Gotham world, a world of justice, a world where self-improvement will be compulsory. What a world it would be! if a Sigma INFJ was to rule the world. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.